So we're doing a few different things for you guys on this episode. So, hi, hello if you're new. If you're not, you know the drill. You have me and you have Squishy, and we're back with more virtual Reddit for you guys. But we changed it a bit. So we had a little like work meeting, which sounds lame because we didn't get pizza for this either, which like would have made it better. But we're introducing themes. That way it kind of keeps it a little more cohesive for you guys. And if there's a theme in particular that you don't like or don't want to hear about, I think it's easier to be like, oh, this episode's not for me, compared to like maybe there's one story that was off-putting and that caused you to click out and miss out on all the good ones. So this will be like a lot easier, I think. Hi, Uzi. But, okay. So for themes, well, you have us two here. So what do you know about friendship?
I don't know, you're my wife.
We skipped that stage, didn't we?
We really did.
We really did. Lore drop for those who didn't know. When it came to me and her becoming friends, we met one time and then never spoke. And then there was, I forgot what caused it, and I think it might have been a TikTok audio or a song, probably a musical.
No, you asked me about your hair.
Was that
I think it was like hair color or something.
I have no idea.
No, I remember. No, wait, I remember. Hold on. I think it was about someone. Old.
You're looking through our DMs right now.
It was about D&D.
It was about D&D. So listen, we had met, didn't talk. I shot her a message regarding Dungeons and Dragons. And from there, I shit you not, if y'all opened our messages, it went from like never talking, never saying a word. It's going to take you 30 minutes to an hour to get through a day.
Yeah.
Because also none of us talk in like cohesive sentences that we got words per message.
Yeah, on April 1st, we talked about D&D. The 3rd, I sent you a TikTok that I had edited. And then the 8th, you asked me about, we were in call and in a VC, and you asked me about a certain hairstyle that you wanted to do with dye.
Oh, and then from that point, we were fucking inseparable. And yes, I said musicals. We're a bunch of little musical nerds. All right? And I'm not just talking Hamilton. I'm talking like Dear Evan Hansen. I'm talking Heathers. I'm talking Chicago. I'm talking, what was the one that I really liked and I can't remember the name of? Beetlejuice was one. Hi, Pilo. A lot of musicals. But friendship is our topic for today. And listen, I would say we know a thing or two about friendship. My chair's wheels keep sliding and it's pissing me off. But you know, we've done this a long time. We've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, the evil, the great, the awesome. Friendship. Wow. I don't have a good intro to that. Just know that, like,
wow,
we're gonna get fucked up. That's all I got. Anyway. So, this one comes from Am I the Asshole? And it is, am I the asshole for telling my best friend his girlfriend is disgusting? Yeah, so I, a 22 female, have been friends with Danny, 22 male, since high school, and he recently moved in with his current girlfriend Lucy, 22 female. They had a housewarming party on Friday, and Lucy spent most of the night dancing with her own friends who are very like her, excitable, extroverted, etc., and dragging Danny away from his conversations with us, his friends, to dance even though he's more like us, introverted and not a party animal. Later, Danny was being quiet, so I asked if he was okay, and he just said he's tired, but just kept watching Lucy dancing. I then said something in her ear the next time she came over, then she just shook her head and laughed at him. After she went back to her friends, I asked if it was bothering him how she's behaving, and he asked me to explain. I mentioned the attention-seeking dancing and the fact that she was wearing something really revealing, even though other guys were at this party. Danny said it didn't bother him and sat with a moody face. At the end of the night, Lucy sat down with us and started chatting nonstop about how amazing the party had been and pointed out jokingly Danny obviously wasn't enjoying himself since he looked miserable. Danny told her I was worried he was jealous because of her outfit. Lucy ruffled his hair, which he hates. In quotation marks is like this girl writing this, saying he hates this. And said that he was quiet because he loved her outfit so much he couldn't wait for all of us to leave so he could drag her to the bed. I thought that was complete. I need to change my tone while I'm reading this. Hold on. We gotta let me reel it back.
Ma'am.
I'm gonna start from that first paragraph again. At the end of the night, Lucy sat down with us and started chatting nonstop about how amazing the party had been. I pointed out jokingly that Danny obviously wasn't enjoying himself since he looked miserable. And Danny told her I was worried that he was jealous because of her outfit. Lucy ruffled his hair, which he hates. And said he was
a white girl on me. Like, full white girl on me.
I just work here, man. I'm trying my hardest.
You went total white girl on me. I got scared.
You think I'm done?
Oh.
And said he was quiet because he loved her outfit so much that he just couldn't wait to leave for us to leave so he could drag her to the bed. And I thought that was completely inappropriate. And said to Danny, in that case, I'd leave if she was just gonna be disgusting. And Lucy just laughed at me, so I did leave. Dude, I fucking can't. Today, Danny has messaged me saying Lucy wants an apology before I am allowed back at their home, but when I asked if Lucy will apologize for making me uncomfortable, he said no, she doesn't have anything to be sorry about. I was genuinely only worried about my friend, but admit that I could have left without calling her disgusting. So am I the asshole? We do have an edit to clarify, but I want your thoughts first because the edit's gonna change a lot of things.
Dump him, girl.
What? Dump him? The girlfriend sounds amazing. It's the friend. This is the most pick-me bitch. That's like the girl best friend that secretly wants the boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's the asshole. Just due to the fact of circumstances and how that played out.
Right?
But I will say, please never do the white bitch pick me girl voice.
That's your takeaway?
Yeah. I don't like it coming out of you.
That's your takeaway?
That's like saying to someone or even me because I know I've been on the phone with you when I'm in public.
What's that?
And you hear, no, stop it. And you hear my customer service voice, or you hear like my social voice
that's
outside
fair.
of the Discord call. That's like saying like, never do that again. Because you're so used to hearing one thing, and then when you hear another thing come out of that same person's mouth, you're just like,
yeah, no, I understand that. There's been times where like people meet me at work, and they see me outside, and they're like, "You're different," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm quiet, huh?" Because I don't fucking want to be here.
tell you right now
thank
on
you,
the
Jesus.
Discord call, it's heinous shit, 24/7.
Dude,
In
if the FBI
public,
leaks our shit, we're fucked.
no.
In public, I have like no problems being a menace. In extent, if we're in a parking lot, free game. Free reign, I'm doing dumb shit. The second we're in that store, I'm gonna go, oh, look, shiny thing, wow. I'm gonna walk away from it.
Yeah, you did that a lot while we were down there.
Nice.
Okay. The way this reads, though, is just like, because from her perspective, all these things that she's seeing, if I look at that from a third perspective, right, as just someone looking in, him not getting up to dance or being dragged away to dance with her and leaving his friends, he's enjoying time with her. It doesn't matter what friend group he's a part of. He is spending time with his girl and she's having fun dancing and he wants to be a part of that. Or him sitting there and just saying he's tired. Yeah, he's probably tired if he's introverted and not used to the parties. If he's just sitting there watching her, he's just watching his girlfriend have fun. I don't, like... And then to make the comment with the outfit, too, that's... Listen, it is 2025, okay? I think we're all mature enough to wear whatever the fuck we want, and it's not, like, a slight. I typically wear crop tops and shorts outside if it's warm enough. You don't catch me in jeans. You don't catch me in hoodies unless it's cold. Otherwise, it is shorts, crop tops, and that's it. And to most, that's considered really revealing. Okay? You want to know who I'm trying to be revealing to? My husband! I want him to say I look cute! I don't give a fuck about the other people. I look cute. I want him to say it too. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I hate that shit so much.
Mature?
We're very mature. I'd say, well, scratch that. Hold on. Putting a pin in it. We're adults.
Mature to an extent.
We're legally
mature
adult.
to an
That's
extent.
about all I got on that. The government
We are
says
adults.
we're adults and pay taxes.
Yeah.
All of this is reading that she's a jealous bitch. And just say that you want to make out with him. But that's where this edit comes in handy, because she had an edit to add at the end after all the comments fucking bashed her with the mallet. Oh yeah. So let's see. This is very short. To clarify, I didn't say the comment about her clothes directly to her. I asked Danny once, then never mentioned it again. I asked him because I know in his past he has said anything overly sexual makes him uncomfortable. He's not the kind of guy who makes innuendos or anything. Also, I am in no way jealous of Lucy. She's the opposite of how I'd want to be, which is fine. People can be who they want. And Danny and I already tried dating 2 years ago, but the spark wasn't there and it was uncomfortable when we tried being intimate, and we both agreed we were better as completely platonic friends.
Time out. Run that by me again?
So, she's saying that she shouldn't apologize because she didn't make the clothes comment to Lucy. She made it to Danny because apparently in his past, he has stated he doesn't like overly sexual things, which,
Yes.
side note that I'm gonna just kind of put out there, clothes aren't sexual. Suck my nuts. I think that's so dumb. It's fabric. That's weird. Don't sexualize clothing. It's weird. But they had tried to date in the past, and when they tried to be intimate, they realized how uncomfortable it was because they only viewed each other as friends. And the way that's reading to me is that he said, this feels weird because you're a homie, and she had to roll with that rejection to keep the friendship going. So I think she's in denial, which is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay. Anyway.
I like how that's where you went with that.
I'm thinking of the audio. Oh, Mickey, he's so fun.
Dumbass.
But no, yeah, she is really being the whole, if I can't have him, no one can. Hi, Mad Lad. Oh, what's happening in the story? So, dude has a girl best friend who doesn't like his girlfriend and called his girlfriend disgusting. And now the dude and that girlfriend are like, hey, you need to apologize before coming back into our house. Because here is this, I love this so much. Because we have friends of different genders. There's one sitting in that corner right there. I don't think it's hard to be friends with opposite genders, but I also think it is very much so. Like, the second you see that boundary kind of teeter, you're fucked. Because if, like, in the most, I love everybody in this room. Let it be on the record. Okay? I love everybody here. Any one of you motherfuckers said my husband was disgusting, you are blocked. So fast. I will not hesitate. I will die on that hill. And I expect the same energy.
I mean, yeah.
Because I don't think we'd be friends otherwise if I just, like, hit you up and was like, hey, I fucking hate your husband. He's gross. You'd be like, okay, that sucks.
It's like, that sucks. That's your opinion.
I would get
Glad
womp
we can
womp.
clarify that. You'd get womp womp from him.
He would. I would get womp womp cry about it.
And then for me, you'd get like, that's cool. Glad you have that opinion. My opinion's obviously different. Let's go about our day.
I would get blocked no less than 3 seconds later than that. But with hopefully a amazing relationship on the rise and that friendship broken into shambles, because as I'm looking at this, I don't see updates. I can't even check the profile because the original poster deleted her profile. She was bashed so hard the profile is gone.
Damn.
But all of the comments said she was minding her business and having a good time in her own home with her friends. And you had to be so hateful to talk about someone else's girlfriend for just having fun when she was minding her business and you had to hate on her for it. Like, dude, all of the comments are actually thinking that this was a dude who wrote this. They're like, you sound like an incel. You sound like an incel male, and for some reason you're not. But with that leads us to your friendship story. Femcel. I learned that incel was actually coined because of a woman. It did not start from men. Which, you know what? Arguably, I believe it. Some women are fucking nasty. That's a woman. I mean that so respectfully. I've met some crazy people.
Alright. So, this it's a small one.
Okay.
And it's on r/friendship advice.
Oh, thank you.
And
Jesus gave us a flower.
Oh, a flower. Anyway. Why'd that remind me of Bambi? Like the skunk.
You can call me a flower if you want to.
Ready to let me ruin your childhood? Flower is a boy.
I know Flower is a boy. I learned that the hard way. There's also lore
Did
drop.
you?
That's how my parents started dating, was the Bambi movie.
What?
Yeah, hi mom and dad, if you're watching this, I'm ratting you out. From the basic understanding, right? They were having a party at my dad's place, and my mom was playing hard to get with him, and then she went to the party, and after more playing hard to get, was like, are you gonna fucking kiss me or not? And so they did the wow. And then he was like, hey, party's over. Do you want to watch Bambi together and sleep on the couch? And they fell asleep watching the Bambi movie. And now they've been together for 25, 27, 20 something years.
I didn't know your parents were both romantics like that.
You didn't know what?
Didn't know they were I guess that isn't really a hopeless romantic thing, but at the same time it kind of is with the watching movies at home by themselves and cuddling on the couch kind of.
Yeah, they just watched Bambi, and then after that they were like, hey, I like you.
The kissing wasn't enough?
No, I guess not. I think Bambi really brought people together. If you watch Bambi's mom die, you just trauma bond in that moment.
I want to make a joke.
You don't you dare.
I want to make a joke.
I know which joke she wants to make.
I'm not gonna say it.
No, you're not? You're gonna read your story?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, sweetheart.
Anyways, So the r/friendship advice thing, it's a 15-year friendship ending. That is all the title is.
Oh,
So
that's fun.
it starts, how do you move on from a friendship that has been with you, or...
Oh.
My brain malfunctioned. Okay.
Also, for those who are confused about what Cross is saying, he's hiding in that corner. He's in the room with us actively. Get ratted out.
Just
That's so aggressive.
Okay. How do you move on from a friendship that's been with you from every milestone in life? I never thought I would be losing this friend over something so stupid. But I've been crying myself to sleep every day for months over it. I am in a very dark place, and I just needed advice on how to let go and move on. I don't have anyone to turn to in real life, and people I did just made a fool out of me. Basically, what happened was she was gone away on a trip. I spoke to a guy online and didn't tell her about it until she got back. She was mad that I hid it from her. And then one day she asked me something private, and I knew if I told her she would judge me, so I lied. But 2 minutes later, confessed. She told everyone in our circle that how I played games and betrayed her trust. The lie was she asked if I said I love you to him, and knowing the person she is, she was going to call me disgusting, so I lied briefly. I know lying is wrong. She told everyone I was so desperate and chose a guy online over her friendship because I lied to her about the details. She said this was the first time a guy had ever gave you attention, and no guy ever looked at you, so you were desperate. I apologized to her countless times over for the past 5 months. At the time, I felt betrayed because I never shared her personal life with anyone. She didn't even hesitate in making my life public. We live in a small community, and I was so ashamed of even leaving my house because I don't want to bump into anyone anywhere. This isn't a usual situation, but everyone she did tell thinks the same way as her, that I betrayed her and I should have told her sooner. She's really trying hard to tarnish my reputation every chance she gets.
What
that is
the
it.
fuck? Wait, okay. So she had a boyfriend and she didn't tell her friend?
She was talking to a dude
Mm-hmm.
while her friend was on a trip. She didn't tell her friend while she was on the trip.
Okay.
She got back, told her friend a little bit about it. Her friend got annoyed that she didn't tell her, and then she lied about saying I love you to that dude. But then 2 minutes later, told the truth, and then her friend said that she was desperate and disgusting and told everyone in their inner circle.
And this is all stemming for the strict fact if she didn't tell her about this dude the second it happened?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, are you fucking kidding me? Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Silver. No, sorry. That's fucking... This is hurting my head, too. Okay, cool. That is... I'm gonna... I literally just tapped my headset so much, it fucking tabbed me out of virtual desktop. Don't tap the side of your Oculus, apparently. It makes it freak out. But, that... Okay, no, that's all... What the fuck? Because why is it so important for her to know in the exact moment? Like, she still told her.
She
and
still
also,
told her.
Not... You can have a best friend of years upon years upon years, and you don't have to tell them every little thing. That doesn't make you any less of, like, best friends, right? Like, we're best friends, and I'm sure both of us equally have things that we're not going to tell each other. And that's just, like, that's fine. We don't need to know, like, every waking point of each other's lives, especially when it comes to the romantical scene. It can get kind of messy when you constantly have friends in your ear about certain things. Like, when I met
Yeah.
my husband, I did not tell people until, like, probably a week or two into talking with him that I was like, hey, there's a dude. And even then, I was very, like, I don't want to tell you guys everything because I don't want, at the time, there were certain people that were not good influences that I didn't want those people in my ear being like, I don't like him. He seems mean. I wanted to learn that for myself. And because when they did tell me that, they were wrong. And now look at us, we're fucking married.
Yeah. And I mean, it's different for Mason and I in that aspect because our friends got us together and got us to start talking, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, Women Misty kind of, like, pushed both of us towards each other. And that's how that worked, and they knew, and they would ask, like, every so often how we were doing and stuff, but most of the time it was just asking how we were and all that, because they never really had anything negative to say about him.
Yeah.
And we had the
that's
same
fair.
friends, so it kind of helped.
I understand that.
But,
And I
like-
am seeing Owen has Jesus has a friend of 12 years. They don't tell each other everything. Cross is saying somebody has to be lying. This can't be the only thing. Like, there has to be another catalyst that caused her to be this fucking hostile. There is no way this was it.
That was all that was put.
Okay.
I did
so
soothing earlier, that's it.
Going based off of just this, then, assuming, like, this is the only reason this bitch lost her marbles and can't seem to put them back in the fucking bowl. It's back to insecurity thing. It's the whole fucking, if you are insecure with yourself that you cannot imagine your friend doing better than you for 2 fucking seconds, we gotta reel it back. We gotta bring it back in. We gotta bring it the fuck back in. Because if your reaction, like, that would be no different than, like, we're back out in the dating scene, right? We're both single. And I wait a weekend because you're on a trip also. So, like, you wouldn't even be readily available to talk to. And then you come back and I'm like, hey, by the way, there's this guy. And your reaction would be to spread a fucking smear campaign to all of our friends about me being desperate and unlovable. And how, like, I'm just hounding at the first fucking wiener, the wiggles. Like, that reeks of an insecurity of, I'm gonna take a solid assumption that she is single. And that's where it's
Probably.
coming from. Is she wants somebody to love and she doesn't. Option 2 would be all she has is the friend. They only have each other, and it creates a really toxic mindset if you're not careful with it, where you're not allowed to leave, and a boyfriend coming into the picture risks that because then time has to be shared or halved.
Yeah.
And so it's, let me isolate you, you're unlovable, and you're being desperate, so you stay with me because I'm the good in your life, which is arguably worse than just insecurities.
Yeah, that is. Why are you saying it's all lies?
Yeah, no, because that's what I don't get either, is spreading it to friends. That makes, like, that is such a fucking breach of trust, too, when it comes to that shit. And it's also, that's a dumb thing to, like, to go to other people about, if that makes sense. Like, if you and your husband have a spat, that'd be no different than me getting in the fucking VC and be like, did you know that, like, she's just really desperate and they're having a spat? Okay? I don't think anybody would give a shit because it's not their business just as much as it's not mine.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're trying, and if they're good
guess-
friends, tarnishing her would not do shit because they'd just kind of be like, okay, it's her life.
I guess it's also, like, the people you surround yourself with. Because, like, if in the sense that did happen, we both know none of them are gonna give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
Anybody
gonna
in
be
this group, if they give a
concerned,
shit, like,
But
they're
they're
bad
not gonna
people.
give a fuck. Yeah. Like, they'll be, like, I'm sure concern would pop up for, like, a second, and then it would be like,
I fucking...
not my problem.
It's a married couple, and Opie wrote it as a friend to nerf the Reddit backlash. Crackpot theory. It might. I don't know. This is, like... I think the main thing that it strikes me as is it's not so much the insecurity. It really does strike me as the, like, I'm the only person you're allowed to have in your life. You cannot have anyone else. So I'm going to bring you down so many notches That way I myself can bring you up and be like, well, white knight. You know what I mean? It's to tear you down and pick you up myself so you feel like you have to rely on me. Oh, don't do that to people. That's really fucking shitty. Like, people are in your life are gonna, like, especially if you have single friends, they're gonna go through rotations of people, and you just get used to it. You don't have to like all of them. You don't have to be, like, content with all of it. But if there's no abuse happening, guess what? It's not your fucking business. Crazy how that works. Of, like, other people than yourself are allowed to be, like, happy and loved. Crazy! God, I fucking hate people. I was like, evil friend and the pick me have similar vibes because that is the same energy of just like VR chat. Please. I'm alive. Closing OBS is what started to crash me. I don't know how if that lags on stream or not. I don't think it does as much, but it was OBS being closed is what was the death of me for a moment. But no, it's all just massive pick me energy that does not fucking make sense. Because also, if I am seeing shit like this in real life, like, this shit is so VR chat coded that in this game it makes sense. I could be like, that's a fucking pick me across the board, right? If you act like that in public, I'm fucking coming in with a brick, dude. Fucking dunk! Knock it off!
That's how you ask to be put into a mental asylum. Anyways, what else do you have on friendship, my dear?
This one has a lot of trigger warnings.
Oh god.
So, this comes from Best of Redditor Updates. And it's, how do I, a 22 female, tell my best friend, a 22 male, that his pranks are physically painful? So, just as a little warning...
I feel like we've been down this road before.
Hi, back in the fucking building!
You remember the chemical burn shower?
Oh god, the chemical burn shower. Yeah, that was with the boyfriend who was a fucking idiot, and he literally made a bomb. So I will read the trigger warnings, just in case there is something that strikes someone as something they can't really hear about right now. So, verbal abuse, threats, detailed descriptions of physical abuse and violence.
Oh.
So, yippee! First up, my friendship with Bob is completely platonic. We have been best friends for years, and neither of us have ever considered being anything more than that. I have always been really close friends with all of his girlfriends, and he has always been friends with whoever I have dated. I have not dated anybody in about 3 years at this point. When Bob first started dating his last girlfriend, she began to get a little paranoid that there was more going on between us. So in order to prove her that nothing was going on, he started treating me more like a kid brother. He would tease me, pick on me like any older brother would do. Eventually, she was comfortable with our friendship. However, his pranks have not stopped with her comfort. They have broken up at this point. His joking around has gotten to the point of him physically hurting me, and no matter what I say, he just plays it off. 2 main things that he does on a constant basis is grab my fingers and bend them backwards and shove his hands in my face. When he bends my fingers backwards, I literally scream because it hurts so much and he thinks it's hilarious. One night when we were drinking, he bent my fingers back so long I was on the verge of tears and I thought he had actually broken one of my fingers. He also constantly shoves his hands in my face, which mostly results in him actually slapping my face or hitting my nose. He always does this randomly because he thinks it's funny. It has made me very nervous to even sit beside him because I'm afraid that at any moment he's going to slap me in the face. He always laughs these off. He's never doing these things maliciously. He genuinely thinks that he is just teasing me. The most recent time and the biggest eye-opener for me was this New Year's. I had too much to drink and I had told him I was sick and wanted to leave. He was my ride.
This guy stinks!
This guy does fucking stink, doesn't he? I had too much to drink and I told him I was sick and wanted to leave. He reared back and punched me in the stomach and started laughing because he thought I was gonna throw up. When we were leaving, I was walking in front of him and he came up behind me, held my arms, and squeezed my ribs and stomach because he thought it would be hilarious if I threw up on myself. My ribs were hurting for 2 days after this. I let this go. I was laughing about it the next day and I realized my friend I was telling was not amused and was very concerned. The more I tried to defend my friend's behavior, the crazier it looked. I do not think my friend is a bad person. I think he just does not realize the extent of how much he physically hurts me. I have noticed he does not do this to any other girlfriend of his, and I seem to be his little punching bag in a sense. I have tried to tell him that I do not think it's funny and that it hurts, and he always says, "That doesn't hurt." I do not know what to do at this point because he is a very good friend to me besides this. I just want to hang out with him, knowing him joking, without him joking around and hurting me. Sorry for any mistakes. I'm a first-time poster. That is the first part.
I don't really have words. I mean, I could say this guy's a complete asshole, and that is not the way a kid brother should act.
Dude, I think... Here, funny concept, right? Pranks are supposed to have both parties laughing. If I go to prank you, and you are not laughing by the end of it, I should be apologizing and being like, holy fuck, I'm sorry. Because the prank
This reminds
failed.
me of the sex magician.
Oh, the sexgician. I remember those days.
That's what it reminded me of. Because I was like, you brought up the, both parties need to be laughing, and then it reminded me of the sex magician pulling the string out of the coat.
Oh, Jesus, you weren't here for that. So, hi, first-time viewers and listeners. Previously, on an episode that you should probably go find and watch, I don't remember which number it was, there was the sexgician, and he was a magician for funsies, and thought it would be real great to bring that into the bedroom, and his girlfriend did not find it amusing. Pranks are not funny unless both parties are laughing. Don't bring magic tricks to the bed. When she says she wants to get freaky, that is not it. You're supposed to get a tech deck and go down her back with it. Maybe not. Maybe a Hot Wheels car.
Not a magical night. I'm gonna hurt you for that one.
But I just... No, because that is really like man-child behavior. Sorry, I'm getting back on the topic and it's making me mad.
It is.
Because at any point, if you're teasing somebody, like when you guys were all down here, I think we all teased each other a fair amount. Not once. Lies. I'm lying. I will say a couple of times. But we didn't go out of our way to like fucking punch each other. I think the most damage that happened was watching somebody get nut tapped with a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
But all parties were laughing. But we're not sitting there going like, I'm gonna put you in a headlock. I'm gonna punch you. I'm literally, you're drunk. Oh my God, how funny would it be for me to put your arms behind your back and hit you in the gut to see if you would throw up on yourself? That'd be so funny. Because causing you pain is hilarious, right?
I'd hurt you.
Exactly!
I love you, but I hurt you.
If somebody is saying, ow, that hurts, the joke stops so fast with anybody you're with, because like I understand everybody's like strengths are different, so like something I could take you might not, and something you can handle I cannot, like that. But
everyone has certain levels of like how much they can take and certain limits of how much they can take.
I just trying to like
rectify.
rectify
listen to those limits.
In what fucking world do we live in where it's okay to go up to a drunk person, hit them in the gut to see if they throw up? Like, I don't find that amusing.
I would understand if it was to like help them because they felt like they were going, like it just kept going on and they felt like they were and then they weren't. and it was kind of like one of those feelings like throw up is like
Oh, like
stuck.
the teetering.
Yeah, the teetering. Like, I would understand it in that sense, but doing it as like a prank or something, no. Like, I believe one of the boys got shot in the stomach from one of the ball Nerf guns that we had while we were down there, and it hurts. We saw the welts. It was evident.
Oh wait, that was
everyone
me.
that got hit.
I had one right here.
Everyone got welts, and then like while we were drinking, a lot of people got nut tapped by a really powerful Nerf gun. Was I scared one of the boys was gonna throw up?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Did we get it on video? Yes. Did he also have a kazoo in his mouth when he was shot? Yes.
Yes.
Did it make it 10 times funnier? A little.
Yes. But everyone was laughing in that sense. In this sense, she's getting assaulted and she's getting put in pain.
That's
to
the thing,
point
is like,
where
she
she
has
doesn't know
stated
whether or not to
no
take it
and to
as
stop.
a joke or not.
That's what I don't understand, is she has on numerous occasions said, I don't like this, don't do this, stop, no, it hurts. And ladies, people in general, if you've said those phrases, typically it's for arguably really worse things. But those are key phrases of do not fucking pass go. Right?
Yeah.
And like, I just don't find pain funny. Or vomit, for that matter. I think you're really gross. I'm so, like, listen, I'll hold a girlie's hair if she's got to go to the bathroom, you know, and, like, get it out of her system. I'm not looking. And I'm probably covering my, like, I'll hold your hair and I'm going to be tucked covering my ears. Because if I hear the sound of it, I'm going to, vomit is not funny to me.
Toilet bowl.
But we do have
No, I get it.
an update.
Okay.
It comes from a year later.
Oh boy.
This is a much needed update. It has been about a year, but a lot has happened. First, I want to mention that I wish I had taken Reddit's advice when it was offered to me. I originally decided to keep him in my life and just be direct with him. I told him to stop touching me in any form, that I did not think it was funny, that it hurt, and I told him he was acting abusive. He seemed very upset that I saw it that way, but said he would stop. This was in February. For a little bit of time, things were fine between us. We could hang out and he wouldn't do any of those things. However, that quickly changed. Bob started dating this girl. She was admittedly very, very pretty, and she does not have much going for her outside of her... Oh, but she does not have much going for her outside of her looks. He started dating her when she was about 9 months pregnant with somebody else's child. I did try to talk him out of this relationship because he never said anything positive about things that they had in common. Her personality, etc. All he ever talked about was how hot she was. It wasn't really my business, and who he dates doesn't directly affect me, so I just accepted it and moved on. About midsummer, I had a friend and her husband that were moving to a faraway state. Bob and I decided that we would help them move and drive back together. This trip caused me to cut Bob out of my life altogether. Me and my friend, Kelly, were driving together, and her husband and Bob were driving separate in a U-Haul. Me and Kelly were making better time than them, so we got to the city earlier. Those guys were going to pull into a hotel to stay the night. Kelly and I got super lost in the city for about an hour. We were trying to use my phone GPS, and Bob kept calling and texting me. He called me close to literally 30 times. I was answering some of them saying, "Stop calling me, we're using my GPS." He thought it was hilarious that we weren't able to use my GPS with him calling. I texted and asked him the name of the hotel to put it in. I looked it up, there were 4 in that city. I texted him, "Is blank the hotel you're at?" He replied yes. Turns out, he gave us a fake hotel name, and we were an hour away from where they actually were. After a lot of stress, we finally made it. I decided I was buying my own hotel room for me and Kelly because there was absolutely no way I was going to share a bed with Bob after that. Husband and Bob were pissed at us. Bob started begging me to stay in the room with them, that he was sorry, that it was his fault, etc. Kelly and I stayed in our own hotel room that night. The next day, the tension was extremely high. We unloaded the truck, and Bob was trying to act all like absolutely nothing happened. He kept making jokes about how I look like a dyke unloading furniture. Can I say that word? I just said that without a thing. We're gonna ignore it. Fucking, that threw me for a loop for a minute. Anyway.
I think it's fine.
Unloading furniture, and that he would walk up and punch me in the stomach, or try to make me, he kept punching then, or walk up and try to make me drop the furniture. Very immature. Kelly and her husband ended up not liking the area they were moving to. They didn't get to see the place before they moved, so Bob and I decided to go to the city to let them have some alone time and talk. I had an extremely sore throat that day. Not a big deal, I just didn't feel very good. The whole time Bob and I were walking around the city, he was being very rude to me. There were some points in there that it was an enjoyable experience, mainly because I really like seeing parts of the city not being around Bob. When we left the city is when things really went downhill fast. Bob started making nasty comments about how he knows what would help my sore throat. Very gross, forward sexual comments. Ooh. I immediately shut down and was like, that is disgusting. Do not talk to me like that. I don't really know what happened next after that or what escalated to this, but he basically got outrageously angry with me to the point where it escalated to physical violence. He was spitting and blowing snot into his hand and slapping it onto my face and neck, calling me a cunt and a bitch. He said he was going to slit my throat and beat me until I bled. He was driving insanely fast and swerving the car to freak me out, etc. We pulled over at a fast food restaurant. He got out of the car and was yelling at me so aggressively that people were starting to come outside and watch. I sat in the car and waited. I immediately texted a guy friend and told him that Bob was doing. Bob got back in the car and was seriously trying to act like nothing happened. Like he didn't just completely snap on me. I calmly told him, if you ever touch me or hurt me again, you will fucking regret it for the rest of your life. He told Kelly's husband that he snapped, like that because I had gum in my mouth and I know how much gum grosses him out. He said that he called me a bitch. He left most of what actually happened out. I'm serious. He thought that me chewing gum justified this behavior. I had just put it in my mouth because my throat hurt. Kelly and her husband ended up going back to our hometown, so I rode back home with Kelly. I was stressing out about having to possibly ride back for 15 hours with Bob. After I got home, I cut all contact with him. He still does not understand why he is cut out now. He recently sent me a text that apologized about him being an asshole in Texas. Oh, they are in the States. And that he didn't talk to anyone else like that. He seriously downplays what he did and has done to this day. I have no intentions of ever allowing him back into my life. People think I'm being dramatic about not talking to him because of his version of the story. He's gonna have a baby with his girlfriend in a couple of months and blames the stress of the pregnancy on him treating me like that. Nope, I don't care. He is cut out and I wish that I had listened to Reddit a year ago.
Damn.
Dude?
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, where are the cops? File a fucking charge, dude.
Beto.
Because let's fun little trick for you guys if you didn't know this. Aside from the physical violence, which is very much so an assault charge, when it comes to things like the spit and the snot, guess what? That's also assault still. And I want to say it's actually worse, upgraded to like felony status bad, because what if you were sick and then it got her sick? Or what if you had like an STD or an STI and then you gave it to her by doing that?
Yeah.
It's like, I want to say it's similar, like not chemical warfare, biological warfare. There's a term for it. Do I know it?
It's
no.
Biological. It would be biological.
Jesus Christ. How much of a douche canoe can you fucking be? And also to down... Girl, if you ever tell me a story of someone laying fucking hands on you and you say, he just was being funny, I'm gonna go be real funny catching a charge. Okay?
Okay.
Good understanding?
Good understanding.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, were we taught in kindergarten to
Send
just
help.
not fucking touch people? Like, what happened to the whole keep your hands to yourself rule?
Also, isn't threatening like that, like threatening manslaughter or murder to someone, technically also a crime?
Literally everything this man did in a short car ride is a felony.
Yeah.
The unsafe driving, that's reckless driving. Threatening murder, that is a charge. The physical assault, the biological assault. Disturbing the peace by doing this in public, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 charges right there. That's 15 to life right there, buddy.
It's 15 to life right there.
Fucking high five, you got it.
Oh, it's considered battery.
It's battery? Okay. I'm so glad she got out, but I'm not gonna blame her because I think everybody has to go through it at least once the hard time of somebody telling you, because I've done this. I've talked to people about like experiences to me that I really downplayed. And then I told it to a third party and they were like, why are you not either angry, upset, or concerned like I am? And that's when I kind of like had to sit back and realize, and I was like, oh, maybe these weren't funny haha things and maybe I should be upset.
Yeah.
Like if other people are
we've
expressing
both
a
had those
concern,
moments.
we definitely have. And it's just like, I take it a lot more seriously now, but just fucking keep your hands to yourself. Don't fucking touch people. And also, I'm sorry, can you imagine the panic that went through her mind? As a woman, if you are sitting in a car with a male and you make a comment of like, my throat hurts, and he makes a sexual innuendo out of that, I want out of the car. I no longer trust you. You are not a safe person. Park the car. I'm hitchhiking. I would be out so fast. I will jump out the fucking window.
Yeah. Tuck and roll, baby. Tuck and roll.
I will suddenly trust that my cat-like reflexes will come in real handy when I hit the highway. Maybe I'll land on my feet. Oh my god. I am glad that she got out. I don't know. I'm like a little lost for words, but my only fear, this man's gonna have a baby with that girl, and he no longer has his punching bag.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
That's...
Fuck no. There's no amount of reason. I'm already losing my voice.
I would text the girlfriend.
Text the
I'd be
girlfriend and
like,
call the cops. Press charges. Press charges. Call that fast food restaurant and have them pull their CCTV. Press charges.
Dump him, girl.
Exactly. Fucking 6'7".
You have a dump him girl button?
I do.
Alright, I have your chat open.
Yeah, no, that's my only thing is I'm glad she got out, but don't just walk away from this and be like, door's closed, it's okay, I'm healed. Go to the cops! If somebody lays hands on you and threatens to you, go to the police. That is not something that we just go, tee hee ha ha, girly things, go to the cops! Fuck! I need a nap. Don't look at me like that. I'm allowed to crash out every once in a while.
Oh, princess.
Oh, princess.
No.
Yeah, literally all of I don't like any of her friends in this. Respectfully, I'm glad that, like, she had Kelly and all of that to, like, drive her home. But I know if we were out and about and I had a friend who laid hands on me or did any of that shit, I'd be bailing her out. And I would say that goes vice versa because, like, a good friend is gonna recognize that behavior and be like, fucking quit. Especially when it came to, like, dropping the furniture. why did they not intervene and say something? Like, you see him, like, hitting her and pushing her, trying to make her drop shit. 1, that's your property that's gonna get damaged. So tell him to quit it. 2, you're watching your friend get abused. Tell him to fucking quit it. Threaten police. Like, get the cops. 911.
Yeah.
Hello, what's your emergency? Get this fucker out of here. Think. Like, give us your story before I lose my marbles. My marbles are so gone that I lost the bowl at this point.
So this one is an Am I the Asshole?
Oh god. That story was too much. I didn't even read that all the way when I fucking found it. I read the first part and went, that's good enough.
This one might be also a little too much.
Oh, I love it. Let's talk about more friendships that are being ruined because people don't have boundaries.
So this is Am I the Asshole for not telling my best friend the real reason I'm not at his wedding?
Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I'm buckled.
Buckle in, bitch. We're going Mach 3 down the freeway.
Oh man.
So I, 29 male, was supposed to be a groomsman for my best friend, 30 male, as we've been tight since we were kids. This weekend, he's marrying his fiance, 28 female, who I've known since they were dating long distance in high school. At his bachelor party last weekend, we started off at my place and transitioned to bar hopping, and by the end, my best friend was drunk and the guys, all of our mutual friends and some of his cousins, were egging him on to do a last kiss before marriage dare. For extra info, I guess, I'm not a fan of that custom at bachelors or bachelorettes parties because it honestly makes you look like you're being held hostage to marry the love of your life. Plus, it's just disrespectful to your partner. But that's just an opinion I have, and to each their own. But I knew my best friend shared it too. Still, I figured if had be, my best friend wouldn't do it because I know he loves his fiance very much. To my literal shock and horror, he turned around and grabbed and kissed me.
Is OP a woman?
No.
Oh. Ooh.
Not even a dumb peck, like he actually dipped me and held it for a few seconds until everyone was laughing obnoxiously. I didn't kiss back, I just froze and laughed it off when it finished. Later, I realized I wasn't having much fun anymore and bailed early, taking some of our drunker friends home with me. The next day, his fiance texted me on Insta, then on WhatsApp, asking to talk. Then she called me. She wasn't yelling or anything, but was just kind of awkward. She said she knew about the kiss and that while she didn't love it, she was glad it was me and not some random girl. She said if he'd kiss another woman, she'd have taken it as cheating and dealt with it worse. I agreed and backed her point, saying I wouldn't have encouraged or allowed that. But at the same time, she admitted she didn't feel comfortable with me being at the wedding now either, because it would just be in the back of her head. I was admittedly stunned at first, and then mad, and then upset, but came to the conclusion that it was her wedding at the end of the day, and I told her I got it and wouldn't go. She thanked me for understanding, but also asked me not to tell my best friend that she was the one who asked. I already sent the text backing out, giving reasons regarding work, and my best friend was very upset and asked me if I could back out in any way. I freelance, by the way, and he knows this, so my lie wasn't a good one, and he went from upset to straight up mad at me for bailing out on this wedding day for work. All our mutual friends had texted me in our shared wedding group chat and had asked me to reconsider and told me there's no way I'm skipping his wedding for work. I myself manage. Some being harsher, some more passive-aggressive, all very valid. Now I'm stuck looking like an asshole when I was literally asked not to go, and also asked not to say that I was asked not to go. Everyone around me thinks I'm this asshole for prioritizing work over my best friend's wedding. I honestly don't know how to navigate this without losing people. There is a small edit.
Okay.
He just saw the message I sent and is typing. I'll hopefully update once we've properly spoken. Thank you for everyone giving me such good advice and setting me straight. I'm anxious as fuck and hoping this goes well, as the wedding is literally this weekend and we have a pre-party I'll have to prepare for if I'm still counted as a groomsman.
Wait, but it's not his fault. Like, be more mad at your husband. All of
I will say there is no update.
Everything else was involuntary. Be upset with your husband. You're saying that, like, it's fine, it wasn't a woman, but now I'm not comfortable with you. Then it's no different than if it was a woman. But it's not his fault. He didn't smooch your husband smooched him. Your husband fucking dipped him like in the movies. What the fuck? Am I missing something here? He's the bad. Why is he the bad guy? Why is he? It's still cheating. Your husband literally still cheated on you. Just with one of the homies. But it's not the dude's fault that your husband fucking said, "Come here." Like,
I mean, technically they had socks on, so is it considered? No, it's still considered.
Oh, princess. Oh,
I don't know, they had socks on. That brings up a different argument. They might have been in the
because they were all at a bar, so they had shoes and socks on.
I still don't, like, I'm so confused. Because also, reverse the roles of this, right?
Yeah.
And to put this in, like, the best perspective that I physically fucking can, take me in his wedding. Reverse the roles.
Yeah.
If I did that to any one of the girls, the wedding would not have happened. Because it's still cheating. It's not your partner. Not the person you're marrying. Why are we smooching them? Also, custom? There's a custom of, like, the last, like, smooch thing?
I guess it's not a very common one, but I guess with most people sometimes they do it.
That's dumb. I don't...
Cause like he said, it's like a you're being, like
the whole, like, last
thing.
chance to be free type shit. And that's why I don't understand so many fucking wedding customs, and it's why we didn't do a lot of, like, the traditional shit, because it doesn't make sense to me. The whole, like, bachelorette party, like, oh, it's your last night free. What the fuck do you mean? Because one, you're putting, like, marriages in a bad light, because you're insinuating the whole, like, ball and chain bullshit, which is dumb. I think that's stupid, because if they've already been in a relationship and already been together to be, the talking, the dating, the engaged to the wedding, what do you mean one more single night? You actively chose to stop being single to get to this point. So why are we gonna have one night where the lapse in judgment is fine?
You guys didn't even have, like, a bachelorette party. We did it, like, combined, and we were all with each other.
Exactly. Because I shit you not, I think those traditions are dumb. Because, like, even, like, my dad called me on the night before and was like, oh, where is he staying? And I said, the fuck do you mean? In my bed.
He's sleeping right here.
And he was like,
right
where are
here.
you staying? And I was like, my bed.
In my bed. Fuck.
And it was like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be, like, away from each other. And I went, now why the fuck would we do that when we literally have already been living together? Why do we need to... I don't understand wedding traditions, because a lot of them seem really hateful to the wedding itself. In terms of, like, oh, teehee, ball and chain, like, the wife has you now, you're totally on permanent lockdown, blah, 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 like, all this really toxic shit. And they ordinate parties with these things where it's like, your last free night, yeah, get the strippers, get the hookers, kiss people, and do whatever, because it's your last single night. You actively chose to stop being single to have this party right now. So why would we do a lapse now? I hate everyone in these stories tonight. Oh my god. We should have picked like a happy one. I should have found like one piece that would have given me a crumb of hope in this world. But somehow, just somehow, people are worse than I expect. Or somehow, the bad people I meet in this fucking made-up realm seem better than whatever the fuck was in these stories. Because you're telling me that is outside the toaster. That doesn't have a block button. Oh. Woosha. I'm okay.
Send help.
I'm an adult.
Please.
I fucking...
Oh, princess.
Oh, princess!
Oh,
Oh,
princess.
I need a shot after all of those. That's so much. So we've
Yeah,
effectively...
you don't have your FBI open up button.
We've had Pick Me Girl. We've had... fucking... Also Pick Me
White
Girl.
Knight. Like White Knight, Pick Me Girl.
We've had Pick Me Boy.
And we've had...
Cheating.
Gay?
There's a lot of pick-me's. Listen, y'all, you wanna know how to keep a healthy friendship? Communication! Yay!
Yippee!
Don't do what's in these stories. Don't beat your friends. Don't abuse them physically. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't dunk on their partners when it's not your place. And maybe, just maybe, don't kiss the homies goodnight. It's cheating still. Da 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 da. I'm ready to end this episode.
I am too.
I want to go home.
You are home.
Oh, man.
You're at home.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Take me home. Country road. Oh, my lord. But y'all,
Lucy said she missed her wives.
I miss my wife
Robin.
tales. Fucking, that is all we have for tonight. I hope you guys enjoy the idea of themes, and of course, if you go to our Discord servers, I will have all the links where the links are linked. Alright, so if you guys want different themes and you guys have ideas for it, love to hear it. Go and put it in the channels. Can't wait to see it. For those who are in my Discord server, we did reach our 200 goal, so I do have the giveaway going up. It will end 7 days from when that was posted. Do I remember when I posted that giveaway? No, but no, the clock is ticking. You probably have like 3 days left, I think. 7 days? 6, 7. Oh, man. But emo giveaway is happening in my server for us reaching the goal. And as you guys know it, this will be on Spotify and YouTube on Monday. So with that, we will see you guys next week. The links will be linked where the links are linked. Give my wife love or I will clog your fucking toilet and send one of these pick-me girls to you. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.